This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. What I'm looking at today is Howling Village, directed by Takashi Shimizu, who, with his movies Ju-on the Grudge and The Grudge, was very much among the earlier influential J-horror movies which were remade in the United States. And J-horror, I think, is a very interesting genre in a sense that it's very much done from the Japanese sensibility, which is to say there's very little gore, if at all, and it's mainly about ghosts and pale characters and weird sounds. It's very much atmospheric based, which tends to be the opposite, I think, of particularly American horror. And that's not to say those elements aren't a part of American horror. Though it is to say American horror tends to be more violent, typically more gratuitously so, and more emphasizing shock, while J-horror seems to be more based on myths and beliefs of the Japanese people. It's an interesting contrast. In any case, let's look at the trailer for Howling Village.
これが正真正銘。実在した犬鳴村です。
It's feeling very found footage.
で、何急に。どうしたの？
アキナがおかしいんだよ。今朝帰ってからずっと。
ねえ、何なのこれ？
トンネル行ったら本当に。
アキナ、見たんだよね。その犬鳴村ってどこなの？
それが分からないから年だよ。
Well, that was a trailer for Howling Village. And like I mentioned earlier, it has typical hallmarks of J-horror, which is to say you have spectral figures, you have creepy movement, you have weird sounds. But I'm willing to bet what you don't have is overt violence, because that's not something they typically engage in. And this reliance on atmosphere and tone, I think, makes J-horror particularly fascinating to watch. It's not like any other horror, really, and it's so distinct in the way that it tackles the subject matter. Even if it's not great, it's always interesting. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And coming soon, look for a review for Fear Street Part 3, 1666. Peace.